Hey guys, so yeah, that's the background. Anyways, I wanted to address my life last night, come on here and say a few things. I do not feel good sharing all of that. I do not feel good. I don't. To be honest with you, it was hard and yeah, I don't. I wish I didn't do that, but we're already here, so yeah, it's just a difficult, long process that I'm gonna have to come to understand. It's hard because you don't get treated like a normal person. You get treated like that social media person or whatever the case. I'm not gonna do the messages like other people. I'm not gonna share messages. I'm not gonna talk badly. I'm not gonna say anything. Yes, a lot of stuff has happened. And I, was hoping maybe, I don't know. Some people need somebody in their life. A friend, especially when they're going through a lot. But, yeah, it's something that I really gotta process. The stuff that I'm going through. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, people could mention it on the live, people could bring it up. I'm not talking about this situation anymore. I'm not engaging because that's what people want, is someone to engage and go back and forth with. I'm not trying to have arguments with people. I'm trying to have conversations. Now, if people want to have conversations, we can have conversations. Arguments is crazy. Like, where are the arguments coming from? That I don't understand, right? I'm just a person that's trying to survive. Just like everybody else. I'm a person that's just trying to live. I went through some traumatic stuff, It's not easy to trust people who hurt you and treat you like shit most of your life. You never, so you just, yeah, I've always struggled with thoughts of myself, ever since way before this situation. This is not something new. Everyone knows that because of, when I was in the apartment. There's videos of that in the past. This is not just something, sorry, my ear was itchy. This is not just something that I'm doing for attention. Like, I've been struggling with my depression for years, which I never understood, and someone told me it's just a label. I don't know. For me, my major depression is horrible. I don't even want to do anything. I don't even want to go out. I don't even want to get up. And this whole situation just, yeah, I'm stressed. I'm trying to recover. I'm trying to take care of myself. Because I've been taking care of other people so long that I don't ever think to take care of myself. I'm very much struggling, and it has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with attention. Everyone struggles. We all struggle. And it's crazy that we come on here and tell people they don't have the right to struggle. Jules is struggling, and people say she doesn't have a right. Oh, she's doing things for money. That's the least of my worries, is doing things for money. If I really need the money, there's a lot of other things I could do for money. I'm struggling a lot. People told me that they thought I was getting better, but I wasn't getting better. And I couldn't explain to someone exactly everything that I was going through when they were also going through something, and say, hey, I'm struggling, or tell them my thoughts of wanting to myself, because last time what they told me was they felt like it was their fault, and I didn't want that to be on them. I already felt like I was burdening I'm a big burden. Someone doesn't need somebody that's as a friend that has all these issues. Someone doesn't need somebody that has a social media like this, that has people harassing, threatening. That was my thought process. I was not good enough. I don't know. I'm trying to recover. It's going to take a while. There's going to be some lives where I'm upset. Like, I get upset, all of a sudden I'm labeled an alcoholic, I'm on drugs. I don't do any of that. None of that. Oh, she's vaping. Non-nicotine. Sue me for that. Like, I'm 32, about to be 33 years old next year. I just found out Dolly Parton died. What do you do? It's all these things I can't catch a break. Nothing ever goes good. I was trying so hard to prevent this from happening, because now that this is out in the open, it's not going to be good for the other person because of the harassment. And then I'll get blamed, and then it'll be my fault. And then here I am back in it all over again. And I shouldn't have said what I said on live because I should have never fed into it, and I should have never said any of that. I should have just kept that. Like, if people think what they want to think, let them. I never said anything about relationships. I never said I was in one. I never said I wanted one. When I talked about people, right, there's other different people. Like, I see a multitude of people every day. Like, it's crazy. But I'm trying to process. I'm trying to heal. And nothing ever goes right, and it just piles on, and then it's stuff like this that pushes me. And to be honest, I'm really, really struggling. I've struggled with wanting to, since I was little. I don't know how to cope, how to process. And when I say these things, people don't really take it seriously. They say, oh, she's just doing it for attention because I didn't succeed. Is that what you really wanted me to do? Anyways, stay safe, guys, and have a good day. Bye.